A very good afternoon to all delegates of the Economic and Social Council or the Ecosoc at CISB MUN 2015. My name is Anant Prasad and I am the founder and managing director of Mun World India. Mun World India happens to be the company that is organizing the technical aspects for Canadian International School Bangalore MUN 2015, and we hope to make it a fulfilling experience for all you delegates. Now, as far as the Ecosoc is concerned, I would like to let all you delegates know that the Ecosoc has a two-pronged job or a two-pronged mandate. Of course, the Ecosoc deals with economic and social problems, but it deals with the cause and effect situation that arises from both of them. Now, never does an economic problem in any part of the world arise without giving rise simultaneously to a social problem, and it works the other way around as well. The economy of a particular society and the social behavior of a particular economy are completely interrelated. Alright? So the Ecosoc is a particular committee that is delegated with the responsibility of solving all economic issues that arise from social issues and all social issues that arise from various economic issues. Right? So we have to look at both of these simultaneously. At the same point in time, we don't need to go into the absolute depth of solving a particular economic issue or a social issue. We only have to try and solve all of these things at base level in order to ensure that any cause and effect of each other is getting sorted out by the solutions we reach. Alright? So that is what we are going to pay attention to at the Ecosoc at CISB MUN 2015. And now we'll move on to the agenda. Alright? The agenda for Ecosoc is measures to stabilize the world economy in the light of recent events while tackling resultant societal problems. Now, as all of you know, the world is in a state of economic flux. It is in some way a form of a very major economic crisis as well. Alright? There's a major euro debt problem. Various countries in Europe, especially 5 countries that are abbreviated the PIGS nations, that is PIIGS, that is Portugal, Ireland, Italy, Greece and Spain, are suffering from a major economic downfall at the moment. Their currencies have almost gotten devalued and Greece already has declared bankruptcy. Now the reasons for bankruptcy among various other things have been mentioned well in the study guide, please go through them. But because of the effect of these 5 countries, all the other countries in Europe are also facing a major issue. This is because most countries in Europe belong to something called the Eurozone and follow one currency called the Euro. So because of this, when some countries, the economy becomes weak, it automatically as well. So it's like a domino effect that will lead from one to another until all of them get affected. There are some very powerful economies like Germany and France, but most are not in a similar case. Now because of this Eurozone crisis, automatically there is an export crisis across the world because most countries that were exporting various products to Europe don't find the markets in a good position to export to the same level. At the same point in time, there is another issue that is also taking place in the world. China and its economy is once again in a very sticky situation and it is trying to come out of it. The Middle East has already been ravaged by war, due to which there are very few sources of employment and most businesses have been affected. So all these things have added up in order to ensure that it is a deadly cocktail for economic disaster of the world. Alright? We are in the midst of a possible economic disaster of the world and automatically society has been affected by it. For example, because of the entire Greek debt crisis and Greece declaring bankruptcy, Greece had a lot of very good social schemes for the people which have been shut down. So society is being affected. Likewise in China, exporters are being affected. A lot of them have been moved into poverty unfortunately. And Middle East, of course, you already know about the issue of refugees and most people living in absolutely dire straits. So these kinds of issues have also arisen. So it is my suggestion that whichever country you represent, whenever you deal with an economic issue, please look at the resultant social issues as well. It is in this way that you all will be able to totally solve the problem that the Ecosoc is discussing. Alright? It is a very futuristic discussion as well because, you know, as world economy becomes more and more complex with more and more countries developing, there are various cases in which there can be economic downfalls. So coming up with solutions to societal problems that will arise as a result of it and trying to curtail these economic situations where there is a downfall is the best way forward. Please look for solutions in this regard and I wish all you delegates the very, very best of luck.